Hello everyone, my name is Brendan Snyder. Thank you so much for joining me, and welcome to a discussion topic about how many albums I can listen to in a day. And so I get asked this question all the time. How many albums do you listen to a day? How many do you listen to a week, etc.? And I get this question a lot, especially when I post my Monday video series called What's That You're Listening To? And so in there, I'm always showing you somewhere between 15 to 25 albums, and I often say that that's not every album I listen to throughout the week. There's obviously a lot more, but I try to keep it related and interesting when I make the video. So instead of just running through every single thing, I'm showing you a nice sort of distilled down portion of it that has relation and whatnot. And in the past, I did make a video that was called How to Listen to 9,000 CDs. Now that was 2 years ago when I only had 9,000. Now I'm up to 11,000 CDs, actually more than that even at this point. And it did cover, that video covered a lot of this, but it kept things very general. And so for this video here, I'm going to do a proper breakdown, a run through of a typical day, and then explain how many albums I can actually listen to within that day. But before we get into all of this, if you're new to my channel and you haven't already hit the subscribe button, please click the button. Also leave a comment, hit like, all those things help support my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. And of course, as an added bonus, by subscribing, you'll be able to stay up to date on everything that's going on in the world of music. I say that a little tongue in cheek because today we're just talking about how many albums I can listen to. And obviously it's different for everyone. So now, before we get started in this, I often get comments from people who think that owning 11,000 CDs doesn't make sense, mostly because they think, how can I possibly listen to them all? And I'm going to say this, it's not about how many times I can listen to an album and listening to every album and so forth and so on. For me, it's about creating a library of music that allows me to be able to pull from it anything I want at any given time and be able to listen to it. And that's really why I've amassed such a collection and the size that I have. And so up front, I also want to say that probably the biggest difference between my schedule and your schedules is, one, I'm not married, I don't have kids, I don't have any outside responsibilities other than making these videos for you guys watching here on YouTube, keeping everyone there entertained and so forth. So obviously things in my life and my time are up to me and my schedule and so forth. So it gives me a little bit more free time than most people out there. All right, so a typical day for me starts right here in front of my stereo. This is my spot. You can see all the CDs and everything spread out. I always keep latest releases and new things there, stuff I just purchased, and you know, whatever it is that is hot to me, the stuff that I'm really into at the moment usually stays close by. So I start my day at 6 a.m. That's generally when I wake up. That's when my cat likes to wake me up, so I'll get up at that time. And then I don't go to sleep until about midnight. So that actually provides a possibility of 18 hours of time to listen to music. Now, of course, I don't use all 18 hours to listen to music. I love it, but maybe not perhaps that much. I usually do spend the first 2 hours sitting right here in front of the stereo, listening to music, whatever is sort of hot for me at the time kind of a thing. And oftentimes it's brand new releases that I like to start off in the morning. This is the time that I will sit and really listen and devour the music. It's not just in the background or that sort. I'm really, really trying to listen to it closely. That's why I like to sit right here in front of the stereo and do that. Now that could be, you know, 2 to 3 albums depending upon length of albums, stuff like that. My commute to the office is 30 to 45 minutes, really just depending on traffic and so forth, sometimes a little quicker. But it does usually allow me to listen to an album both ways. And for that in particular, I have a streaming subscription, Apple Music. I use that. So I listen to the CDs at home, but when I'm out, it's just typically streaming. I don't carry a CD player or anything like that. Over the years, I've had portable CD players and different devices and things of that nature to do it. But now, of course, it's just streaming. While I'm at the office, it really depends on what I'm working on, but I will stream music there, and of course that's one of the reasons that I have that. And I can do a number of albums in a given day, sometimes, you know, 4 to 5, but sometimes none at all. It really just depends on what I'm working on. Most of you guys know I am an architect, so I will do drawings, and that oftentimes allows for a nice listening while I'm doing that sort of work. Of course, if I'm doing other sort of management style stuff or in the field, you know, in meetings, etc., I can't do that. But once again, when I'm back home after all of that, this is my spot, this is where I am. I do usually watch a couple hours of TV. You can see my TV, stereo, everything is grouped together right here. But even in between watching the shows, I will pause things and listen to music in between it. So even in and around my TV watching, I'm still listening to music. And of course, I do go to sleep listening to music, but we aren't going to count that, even though that is sort of, subconsciously listening to music. But I am only just counting the music from the day. And so, a day off is different than a work day, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, things of that nature. And I do enjoy going around the city and doing things. I might hit a museum. I love going to Central Park. Obviously, I like going to record stores. You guys have seen my Let's Go to the Record Store videos and Record Store Experience videos. And certainly, I'll meet up with a friend or something, go to lunch, do that sort of stuff. But sometimes I just stay home and relax and enjoy and devour even more music. Okay, so how many albums do I really listen to in one day? And I have tracked this for a few different days to try to, figure this out, give you a more specific answer to this, and to do it with some specific albums. So in particular, I'm going to use the example of this past Friday, January 28th, which had some new releases coming out. And so as a work day, woke up in the morning, got my start sitting in front of the stereo, warming up to things, and because there was a brand new Steve Vai album coming out, I started my day off with Steve Vai. Alive in an Ultra World. I love this album. It's a live album, but all the songs on it, save for one, were new, written just for the live performance. So it's a double album, 93 minutes, 20 seconds. Then I also broke out another one that I really like, Alien Love Secrets. Now this is actually an EP, 33 minutes, 25 seconds. So both of those were morning listens for me. Now, as I mentioned, brand new Steve Vai was coming out. I'd yet to get the CD of it in Violate. It's 46 minutes, 42 seconds, but I did do a streaming of it in the morning on my way to work. And then when I came home, I listened to it a few more times. So 3 listens on that Steve Vai and Violate. Now another one I streamed about the time when I was getting to work and then going into work was this. Jethro Tull, The Zealot Gene, brand new album from them. First album of all new material in 23 years, so super excited. Had to listen to this one streaming before even getting it on CD. So streaming first while I was at the office. When I came home, I listened to it a couple more times, again devouring it. That was so that I could actually write the review on it and everything. And then another one that I got in the mail, brand new release, but I did wait to listen to this one until I got home. Praying Mantis, Catharsis. This one here, 53 minutes, 9 seconds. So, and I listened to that one twice when I got home. And so a lot of times when I'm listening to these, and when I get a brand new album, I really want to devour it. I want to listen to it. So I sit in front of the stereo. I hear it in its entirety. I don't want to do it in bits and pieces. And sometimes I just want to start it right over. I want to take that initial listen and really sort of shore it up with hearing it a second time and, getting my impressions and so forth. Now, because I found out that with the Jethro Tull album, The Zealot Gene, that the people that are playing on it, the musicians, were essentially the same lineup from this 2014 album of his, Homo Eroticus, 51 minutes, 57 seconds. So I pulled this out to listen to it because I felt like it was kind of goes hand in hand with that new album since it's the same band, even though one is an Ian Anderson solo album, the other one being a Jethro Tull album. But in all now, with those listens there, that was 6 albums with multiple listens that equated to 12 albums total, because some of those had 2, 3 listens, etc. So 12 albums, 559 minutes, which breaks down to 9 hours, 19 minutes. And so there you go, another mystery of the world solved. Brendan Snyder listens to 12 albums a day, give or take, at least in this particular case. Hopefully you enjoyed this little breakdown and so forth to try to see what this is. You guys maybe check out how many you listen to and fit in within the day. Obviously our schedules are different and so forth, but there you go. Looks like about 12 albums a day is my typical number. And certainly for related videos, do check the description because I'm going to leave a link to that, how to listen to 9,000 CDs and other things in there, and you can check that out. Some other stuff I'll drop in there as well that might be of interest to you, maybe a tour of the whole apartment and so forth. And if you've enjoyed this video, consider sharing it out on social media. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, everyone, take care. Have a great day. Listen to lots of CDs. Bye-bye, everyone.